here at the Oprah Magazine offices waiting for 3 groups of high school girls to come. They think they're just doing a midterm elections conversation, but they have no idea what's in store for them.
My name is Ashley Thomas. I work here at Oprah Magazine.
Hi, I'm Bree Green. I'm the senior video producer for OprahMag.com. We're so excited to have you here today. We're gonna watch one of our favorite interviews, so something to really get us inspired. Excited? Yes!
It's about to happen. We all know that there's a big surprise coming, but the girls right now are so cute. They're taking notes. They think that they're just gonna be on this video talking about what their thoughts in the interview were. I'm so excited. I'm like shaking. I can't wait.
Thank you for coming to Oprah Magazine offices.
Yes.
I know you could tell the First Lady was getting choked up, right? Yes. Oh my gosh. I know we all sort of left the room kind of like this a little bit. So we just wanted to talk to you about what you just saw, what you think about it.
She sort of made us realize that she is a normal person and that she didn't have a perfect life like going into office. She had to adapt to and she had to learn.
Like she talked about her checkbox and how like she had certain things that she needed to do to get where she was.
I really appreciated the way that she was opening up about her like deepest fears that she had growing up, especially with the way about how they told her that she was talk like a white girl. I even had a teacher that would
in here?
I was talking about you.
Okay. See, oh, look, and you guys have your notes. You were taking notes? Yes. So what did you think? What did you think of our conversation?
It was amazing.
It was so excellent. Well, what were you saying before? What's your name?
Salam.
Salam, what were you saying when I walked in the room?
In the interview, you were saying that people would tell you that you talk like a white girl. And in my essay I had to hand in for class, my teacher, she accused me of plagiarism and gave me a 0 on it because my vocabulary was too large and I was talking like a white girl.
My question for you was there ever a time you wanted to give up and how did you overcome thinking of that?
It was the time in the campaign, people were attacking me for being too loud, for being too black, for being too whatever. I go through every detail, excruciating detail of all the horrible comments that people were saying about me over the course of the campaign, people challenging whether I cared about my country, all of that stuff. And that was painful. And there was a part of me that thought, these folks are trying to take my voice, you know? They're trying to turn me into something that I'm not, and they don't even know me. And I want people to read that to know that even me here standing the day as somebody who's considered popular and admired and on magazine covers, that you can go through some real tough public times and and get through it. And I just refused to let these people define me. But I knew that I had to get out there and define myself, especially as First Lady. I knew I wouldn't have the luxury of walking in there and assuming that I had the grace that other First Ladies would be given because I was black. So it made me work harder and smarter.
And did like people try to censor you throughout your husband's campaign and like to hide and not talk about your struggles that you went through as a child?
No one tried to censor me, but people didn't pay attention to me, and I talk about this. It's like there's something in politics, it's still very male dominated, and most candidates are men. And even in the campaign, your own campaign, the wife is treated as the wife. And what I realized was that if I didn't speak up for myself, they would keep treating me like a wife.
You said in the interview that you had an obligation to help people and be a role model for people. Where does that need come from?
Seeing my father's sacrifice, but also seeing him be somebody that was engaged in the community, because he was a precinct captain in Chicago. And I saw my father with his disability, you know, getting in his car, going from house to house, sitting down and talking to ladies. And that was some of the first memories that I had of people serving. Over the course of my life, I just sort of saw this as a responsibility that we have and a choice that you can make. The other thing is, like, service for me, selfishly, is something that gives me strength. I was doing something that I cared about, mentoring young people. I mean, there's nothing that I love more than talking to young people like you. I could spend all day here because I want to help you. You know, you feel good when you give back, you know? And I recognize that as an important feeling that I wanted to have, not as a hobby, but I wanted to have that feeling every single day. In the White House, if I needed a break from all the crap that was going on, my team knew, get her in front of some kids. You know, I want you guys to be as powerful and confident and capable as you can be. So I think it's a worthwhile investment.
You could just see in their eyes how not only excited and awe they were, but it was just so meaningful to them. I mean, one girl was literally just looking up with tears coming down her face. I will never forget the looks on all of those girls' faces because I am that girl, just a little bit older. I know what it's like to be a young brown woman and look up to someone like Mrs. Obama and Oprah Winfrey and think, wow, like I want to be like that one day. So the fact that we had the opportunity to give that gift to those girls is something that I will never forget.
Were you shocked? Who was shocked? Raise your hand if you're shocked. I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think?
My friend Ayana, she kept saying, oh my God, I don't know what we're gonna do here, but what if we do something crazy like meet Oprah or something? I was like, girl, shut up. That's not gonna happen. And then when we came here and I saw their faces, I was like, oh my God, this is like crazy. I was like jumping for joy.
So now I just feel so motivated, and it just makes me want to work harder.
And I feel like so inspired because like I hugged Michelle Obama and Oprah. Like you're in class and you're joking like you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. And then it was like today you get a hug, you get a hug, you get a hug. And it was so great. And I just feel like there's like this light inside of me that I just want to go home. I want to do my homework. I want to clean my room. I want to go on Oprah's Instagram and like all of her pictures, like one in a lifetime experience.
I just want to thank you guys for coming. We think that it was worth your time today. Yeah. What do you say? Thank you. No, I mean, what do you say that wasn't worth your time? I wasn't trying to get you to say thank you.
This group of girls from 3 different schools in New York, and they were all so well-spoken, so eloquent, so smart, very wise beyond their years. You know, the things they were talking about as far as their thoughts in the interview, I don't remember thinking like that when I was in high school. You know, there's so many opportunities and so many things in the future, and there's so much to be inspired by. So I was inspired by those girls. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that surprise as much as we did. It was such a special day. For more content like this, subscribe to Oprah Mag.